morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, May the 9th. I'm here at the start of the BlueNoseMarathon race course. We're going to do a quick run through in the car. But first, let me give you a quick rundown of what the course generally is so you have a sense of perspective. Here we are at the starts at the base of the Citadel, Queen and Sackville. The race will go around the base of the Citadel, shoot straight down to the very end of Agricola, a little loop in the north end, down Islesville, curve around down Devonshire, underneath the bridge, through the dockyard, down Hollis Street, up Inglis, South Park, around Point Pleasant Park, little zigzag here, straight back down South Park, around the base of the Citadel, and that's the first half. Of course, this year we can't use the McDonald Bridge, so it's two loops around the city of Halifax, and we basically do the same route again. There's a few little zigzags and differences there, which I'll point out to you. But that's what the route's going to be this year. This map, by the way, was just downloaded from the BlueNoseMarathon website if you wanted to get your own copy. All right, here we go. This is the area where we'll generally meet, up the corner here of Sackville and South Park Street on the morning before the race, and we'll give you all of those details in the days to come. Alright, first right turn is on Bell Road, and then we're going to turn right again on Ahern. It's cold out this morning. It's about 7 o'clock. And I find this time of year on the bicycle, as you all, I'm sure know, you pretty much got to dress for winter. And I've recommended to people to do that every year, and so far I've been just about right every time. Bring some rain gear, bring some warm clothes, and you should be fine. One of the first hot spots we have coming up here is the roundabout at the end of Ahern at North Park Street. The runners are going to go through this roundabout 4 times during the course of the race. Now, it's going to be well marshaled, there should be lots of signs, but still it will be confusing because you go a different direction each of the 4 times you go through here. So if there's one spot that runners should study, or maybe you should have a look at and be very familiar with, is which direction do you go each of the 4 times you come to this roundabout. This time we go around the roundabout and head up North Park Street, and we'll take a right at this next roundabout up Agricola. Go the full length of Agricola all the way up into the north end, and what I find about Agricola, it's just a long, slow grind for the runners. It seems flat, but it's one of those kind of roads that you're running on that it just seems to be uphill the whole damn way, and this is one of those. I've been involved with the BlueNoseMarathon organizing the bicycle team component since the beginning. The objective we have is to have as many cyclists as possible cycling along with the runners to form a virtual corridor of the race route for people to visually see. And that way they have a lot of confidence that they're on the course and that the course organization is there with them if they need help. So that's our goal, and keep that in mind when you're riding along with the runners, is to be seen by as many as you can. It's not your objective to finish this race as quickly as you can on your bicycle. It's more a matter of providing a visual assurance and assistance to the runners. We're going to give you pace charts that will help you keep a particular pace, and we can keep our riders measured and strung out along the course. We'll do those up as little wristbands that you'll get the morning of the race, and it will help you keep a reasonable pace that we have our cyclists really quite nicely strung out over the whole course. Which I think, in my view, as a cyclist in this city, must be the highest point on the peninsula of Halifax. I don't think people know that, but pretty much every road from here goes down. Alright, here's the end of Agricola Street. We're going to turn left on Hillside Avenue. Quick jog here. We're going to turn right on Rosemead. This will take us right down to Leeds Street at the Nova Scotia Community College. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but this is one of my favorite times of year. You can just start seeing the buds coming out on the trees on the streets here, and you get that very sort of pretty green glow. Very special green glow that is only to be seen in the springtime. I love it this time of year. Okay, this is the end of Leeds. We're going to turn right on Nova Lee. There seems to be a lot of potholes in the road. I know the city is very good to us every year to come and patch up these potholes. I sure hope they get that done this year, because there seems to be quite a few. Alright, here we are at the lights. We're going to turn right on Duffus. I was running one time with a fellow from out of town, and he asked me, he said, "What's with this Doofus Street?" I've lived here most of my life, and I've never thought of it as Doofus Street, but I suppose that's what it does look like. Okay, a little left on Islesville. We're going to go pretty much to the corner of Islesville and Yonge Street on the first time around this loop, the first of two times around this loop. On the second lap, though, we're going to go across a different cross street, and they had to do this to make sure that the distance was accurate. So the first time we are going to cross on Hennessy Place, and the second time we're going to cross on Stairs Street. Let me just stop here. We first come to Stairs Street. Now we're going to turn down Stairs Street as a cross on the second loop. I'm not going to come around and drive the second loop, but here it is. And interestingly, when we go across on Stairs Street, we're going to go on the north side of this median. That's the wrong side of the road, but that's what the course route is. To get it to be accurate, that's what they had to do. But that's on the second loop. This loop, the first loop, we're going to go through Hennessy Place. Hennessy is the last cross street before you get to Yonge. Okay, we're going down the correct side of the median on this cross street. When we go across on Stairs on the second loop, we'll go on the wrong side of the road. Okay, left on Nova Lee. right on Kenny. It's a nice area. There's usually a cheering section and a water station. I find for the runners this is a big relief to come up along here. Okay, we'll scoot down Devonshire to Barrington. And when we get to Barrington, that's going to be a busy road on race morning, and it will be coned off from the base of Devonshire all the way along Barrington to the bridge. Just so the runners have a clear pathway to run on. We seem to be lucky this morning getting green lights. This is not a familiar route to me in the morning traffic. I hope I can get out here quickly. Good. Alright, so this right lane here will be coned off from here all the way down to the old bridge. And you should encourage runners to stay here or up on the sidewalk. I think a lot of them tend to try to cross the road here if they know that they're going to take the left down underneath the bridge, just in anticipation of it. And I don't think there's anything you can do. If they want to cross the street, that's up to them, but it'll be a nice, safe section here for them to run on Barrington Street on the far right. Left on Valor Road. I have to confess, as a cyclist coming through here all my life, I don't think I've ever stopped at these stop signs on my bicycle. One of these times I know that commissionaire in that booth over there is going to come running out and clobber me. Let's talk about safety on the morning of the race. People ask me, what do I do when I'm running along, and if I find somebody injured or somebody needs help? And I think you do the normal things you do if you were just riding along and saw somebody injured. If it looks like you should call 911, then for heaven's sakes, yes, call 911. If you think you need assistance from course administration, we're going to be providing you with numbers. You'll have my number, of course, and there'll be numbers of the race organizer that you can call them and get whatever assistance you need. But basically that's it. If there's an emergency, call 911. If you can, it'd probably be a good idea to put a few band-aids in your pocket, especially if you're dealing with the younger kids. They seem to always need a bandage for their knees. But other than that, there's no particular safety kit that you need to put together for the race. left on lower water. Gosh, it's busy here. 7 o'clock in the morning, it's this busy. Okay, let's scoop. Okay, let's shoot along lower water up to Barrington Street, and we're going to turn left on Hollis, following the natural flow of traffic here. Now I do find it seems every year we get runners heading down this first left here, which of course is a one-way up towards us. And I guess they can't get in too much trouble if they go down there. Except, well, they'll end up in the wrong. I guess they'll end up on. Yeah, they won't end up on Hollis Street. So that yes, they've got to go along and turn left here to get en route to Hollis Street.